Here I am bench testing a Dometic furnace out of a Northern Light 9.6. It's the dfsd20121 model. It took about an hour, maybe 45 minutes to take this furnace out of the compartment. The hardest part was actually these ductworks. This one especially, they put the pipe clamp way down here where it wasn't reachable. And it's just in a real tight 90-degree angle, so it was hard to take that one off. Otherwise, and it was difficult to take the strap off that goes over the top of the furnace because you had to use an extension to get the screw off. And there was a couple screws along the bottom that were holding the thing barely in place. I noticed that they actually tore out of the wood before they actually unscrewed. So I've got a simple 12-volt battery here. Like a 35 amp hour battery, and you'll notice there's a switch here, on-off switch. This is accessible through your refrigerator outside panel area. There's a little cutout on the side that you can access that if you needed to. I'm not sure why, but it is kind of a reset thing. The power and the thermostat, it's kind of weird that the normal wiring is such that the 12-volt positive wire is used for one thermostat wire and the other one is this blue wire. But in this case, I'm just using the two blue wires. And that's kind of like an on-off switch. Of course, I have a propane cylinder here that runs up to a temporary line that I put in. It was very easy to undo the propane line because your main duct into the cabin is right here, and that's very accessible. Another thing here, my troubleshooting is, I believe, the sail switch, which would normally reside right in this little compartment here. I removed it because I feel like it's the defective part. It sometimes has a voltage when it's supposed to be in the off. It's only like 2 volts, but I think that's what's causing the problem. So these two wires normally would go to the sail switch, these two blue ones, and I did mark which one was on the outside, and that's this blue one here. And these just go to a simple on-off switch. When the sail switch, when the blower is not on, the sail switch needs to be in the off position, no current or no in the open position, if you will. So it's really important that you have this open when the cycle starts. Then as soon as the blower turns on by connecting the thermostat wires, then you flip the switch so the sail switch is on now and it's allowing current. So that's a tricky step there, is you got to simulate the sail switch properly. And as soon as the blower turns off, you got to flip this back to the off position. So I'm going to set this down and I'll show you simply how it works. It seems to be working just fine with the simulated sail switch, but I was having problems with the intermittency with the OEM sail switch. Again, I'm going to be bench testing this furnace. Assuming that the sail switch is bad, I've simulated the sail switch with a regular old switch. It's in the off position now. No voltage running through it. I've got the thermostat disconnected. When I connect these two, it's like turning the furnace on. I've got the sail switch removed, like I said, and simulated by here. It's really important that it's in the off position now. As soon as the blower starts, it needs to be switched to the on position, giving the furnace the okay to open the valve and start the igniter. And that'll all happen within a few seconds of each other. So here it goes. Furnace is running now, creating some heat heat out the exhaust pipe and blowing. It'll eventually be warm air out the ducts. So this indicates my sail switch was the problem.